Hello and welcome to my website. In this video, I'll tell you a little bit about myself and my philosophy of teaching. I've been teaching at Lower Merion High School since 2006. I'm a graduate of Norristown Area High School. I studied mathematics at Lafayette College and then later at Westchester University. I live in Wynwood with my wife and two kids, my daughter Lily and my son Owen. My wife, her name is Erin. She's a second grade teacher at Penn Valley Elementary School. Not too many students come to Lower Merion High School from Penn Valley, but maybe there'll be some in the future. And when I'm not teaching, my hobbies include reading, playing cards, or climbing walls. To get into my teaching philosophy, I believe very strongly that mathematics is not a spectator sport. You need to push the pencil. So maybe in class, that might mean you need to take good notes, or at home, you need to do regular practice. I also believe that learning is an exercise in trial and error. We don't always get it right the first time. And my general philosophy of assessment reflects that. For example, in my pre-calculus classes, students take a lot of small quizzes. There's opportunities for retakes to improve your score. It's all just about continuously improving from where you currently are. I also want my students to be bold. If all your conjectures are true, you probably are not being bold enough. I like to see them take risks. And sometimes that might just mean in class being willing to raise your hand, to volunteer an answer, even if you're not certain if you're right. Taking that chance, you learn a lot about what you know and what you don't know. I also believe that success is not a given, and it's important that students understand that they have to work hard for the things that they have and the things that they want to have. But most of all, I believe that in order to learn mathematics, you need to be curious. You need to think about the why. Why is it happening? And wonder, and not treat it as a means to an end where this is just about a grade or about something that you'd put on your transcript, but that there's some interesting knowledge out there that we're trying to uncover. A little bit more, and I can't take credit for these, is axioms of teaching come from Federico Ardea, another math educator. But I always believe very strongly that mathematical potential is distributed equally among all groups. Everyone can have meaningful mathematical experiences. Mathematics is something that's going to be used by different communities to suit their needs. And then maybe even most of all, every student deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. And I try to reflect those things on a daily basis. So just to kind of quickly summarize, in order to be successful in my classes, you really need to make sure that you are trying to embody this idea of curiosity, that you're approaching mathematics with an open mind. But also, it's very important, and this goes for both students and parents, to keep an open line of communication, to reach out to me if you're having trouble, if you can't meet a deadline, if you need to meet during lunch and learn, to communicate those things. And then last but not least, it's very important to work well with others. I do a lot of collaborative group work in my classes. Sometimes students get to select their groups and they might be working with their friends to make it a little more enjoyable. Other times those groups are assigned to them. And as we know, when you're working with others, there's other difficulties that you need to navigate there, making sure everybody's doing their part, making sure everybody's communicating with each other. This is a very important life skill for students, and if it's ever a little bit difficult, that falls back on bullet point number 2. Make sure you reach out to me, let me know so I can help students navigate that. With regard to communication from parents, I always welcome an email, whether it's just to say hello or something that's just not going great at the moment, or maybe something that's coming up that I should know about. Please reach out. Email is best, hawkinw@lmsd.org. And you can also always keep up with the course content here on our course website that's given right there. Thank you so much for your time. And I look forward to working with your wonderful and talented children. Thanks.